Tonight, our short speaker is Coulter. She is a very dedicated and caring lady. She's a friend and has helped many people who have diabetes, cancer, and all kinds of family problems and illnesses and with weight. But I'm going to let her come and tell you exactly what she can do for you. Come on, Anna.
If you're wondering about my funny language, I'm originally from Switzerland. I grew up with Swiss cheese and chocolate. That has dramatically changed. Now, my background over a lifetime, most of the time, was art and architecture, but this has dramatically changed about 4 years ago when one of my best friends had pancreatic cancer. And I desperately tried to help him, but it was not good enough at that time, and he didn't make it. It was a very strong experience in my life to be with him his last 6 months. He was a very, very beautiful man, and he paused totally consciously. He was totally radiant when he paused, but that even made a bigger imprint on me. And I promised him shortly before he died that I would teach people not to get cancer. So this is what I'm all about and trying to do here. Okay, so shortly after this incident, I went first to the Gerson Clinic in Santiago. I did an internship there and learned everything about Gerson therapy. Then I learned from the Tree of Life. I learned raw food from Alyssa Cohen. I learned a lot from Dr. Taylor and so on. Out of all this, what I was able to gather about cancer, I tried to summarize it in my own way and build up a school where people can learn how to cook so you don't create inflammations. I'm all about how to do it practically. So, and this is what this short demo is all about. I'm gonna give you 3 recipes. Do I need to hold this all the time? I can't give a demo. Diabetes juice, and the third is an anti-cancer soup. Now, I didn't want to print for everybody recipes, so what I can offer you is that you please hand those out. You can go to this website, betterworldcuisine.com, and if you put in your email, you get those recipes instantly. And you get other stuff, free stuff too. You get videos, reports, all kind of things. Eventually, if you want to know the whole program in detail, you can purchase it. It's only $20, really nothing. But you don't need to. You get the recipes and all those things for free anyhow. So, okay, I start with my first recipe, which I call the anti-junk food smoothie. It's simple. I'm using right now my favorite smoothie, and it's made from parsley. This is organic Italian parsley. It's 2 bunches. This all goes in the blender. At home I would make sure I have every little bit in here. I'm not doing this now, just so I can speed up this whole thing a little bit. Now I'm adding to the parsley pears, or if you don't have pears, peaches are great too, or both of them. You know, just whatever is in season. Apples don't work really well. But this combination is really cool, and you can try it out. My husband over there already prepares samples for you.
Why does an apple work?
Try it out. It's a matter of flavor. Somehow, pear and parsley, it just complements each other really nice. Parsley has its unique flavor, and somehow it just works really well with parsley. With pear, sorry. You just try it, then you will see. You know, you can make a smoothie with pretty much any kind of green and some fruits. This is just a sample of one I especially like, and I also think it's super simple. Children like if you fill up this whole thing with herb salad and add some bananas, that's what children usually like the best. But because we are adults, I think you may really like this one. Now, I'm a vanilla addict, so I'm adding to this also some vanilla. The way I use vanilla, I buy the whole beans. I try to fill this up as much as possible. I buy the whole beans, B grade, so I usually buy like 100 of those. And B grade, you get them for about 30 cents a piece. See, they're usually really expensive. And then what I do, I just trim off those funny curly ends on both sides and put the whole bean, chop them in small pieces and put the whole bean in a magic bullet or a coffee grinder and make powder of them. I use the whole bean. There is absolutely no reason not to use the whole bean. Why scraping out just the inside or whatever? So here I have my jar. It's full of this vanilla powder. Okay.
That's powder. Vanilla? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's made. This vanilla powder is made from the whole vanilla beans.
And where do the beans come from?
Where do you get them from?
The beans?
Yeah,
Send me an email and I'll give you the website.
on a website.
I can give you, send me an email, coulteranna@aol.com, and I'll give you the website where I buy it. I don't have it in my head. So now we fill this up with water. It's just a good website which has organic beans and also B grade beans, which are as good as the A grade. They just have a little more curly ends or something. Okay, here now, there we go. Give me some paper, Michael. Okay, I think this is good enough. So, as soon as I'm done, you're going to have the opportunity to try this out. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to convince you that this is really cool. Okay, Michael, here's the fresh ones. Okay, now this is my second recipe, which I call anti-diabetes juice. By the way, because I want to be nice to you, I also made at home some what I call anti-junk granola, junk food granola, so you also have something to chew. I can't, if you want the recipes on this, ask my husband, he's going to give it to you. I can't go this far, I don't have this much time, okay? But you're going to get granola which has no sugar, only whole food, good ingredients. You can try that, so you have something to chew and not just a juice.
And it's not cooked, it's dehydrated.
It's dehydrated, yeah. Okay, now about this juice. I have worked with many people which have diabetes 2, and most of you know that it's very easy to heal. Now, I particularly like this juice because it kind of seems to speed up the process. If you don't mind, I don't use gloves. I don't feel comfortable. Okay. I learned about this juice at the Tree of Life, in case you wonder where it came from. It uses organic cucumber, some celery sticks, some ginger. As I said, you can get all the recipes online. Some celery stick, some ginger, and I add to this also something which is nutrient dense, any kind of green which is really nutrient dense. So I could use a little bit of this parsley, or a little bit of kale, or here I found in my fridge a little bit of arugula, whatever you like. You don't have to be exact with measuring. You just play with those kind of ingredients. Now, what also is proven that string beans are really cool for diabetes. So I put a little bit of string beans in this mix. Now, I prepared here lemon juice. Now, first I'm gonna mix this and add the lemon juice later on. Now, in regards to this juice, ideally, first of all, this is a great juice to use for anybody because it's very cleansing. It makes you feel really good. But if you do have diabetes, ideally, you drink for a while only this juice and nothing else. I have never seen anybody not in 6 days to bring their blood sugar to a normal level. After that, it needs to be stabilized and so on. But you really bring your blood sugar down very quickly, also if you inject insulin or a medication. But you really have to measure carefully, adjust your insulin very carefully, because this is so powerful that the blood sugar level comes down so quickly that you really want to avoid that it doesn't drop too low, because that could be dangerous, right? So, also, people which ones had diabetes, they're easy susceptible to get it again. Like my husband had diabetes. He's totally off. He healed himself completely. But he also checks himself all the time. And whenever he sees that the blood sugar creeps up just a little bit, he just drinks for a weekend this juice and he's totally fine. It really works well. You can easily make this juice in a juicer if you have a juicer. Some people do not have a juicer, or they do not like to use the juicer because most juicers are not so easy to clean up. Now, to make this really easy on you, you can blend all those ingredients in a blender and use a nut milk bag. They really work well. So now we pour a nut milk bag. It's a bag you can make milk with it, like almond milk, sunflower seed milk, whatever milk you like, walnut milk. Now, pull this together, and I'm just milking here this, I'm just pushing this juice out.
Could you have that with the fiber? You drink it with not straining it?
No, this is not great fiber, what you have left here. You don't want this fiber. Like if you would make almond milk, then of course it's very nice, the leftover almond bulb or whatever you want to use for cookies or for whatever. But here this celery root, celery fiber or cucumber fiber,
But could you
it's not
drink
so
it
great.
just unstrained?
I will not, because I have the whole, you saw what I did. I throwed in the whole string beans, the whole ginger root. I didn't even cut up the ginger root, you know. Plus, there is also a reason why this is a juice and not a smoothie. You talk about drinking it as a smoothie. The smoothies are great because you get the fiber. But if you want to give the body really a rest, juice is somewhat easier because the body has to digest less. It just absorbs this. Also, you can drink more. Yeah. So, okay. So all this stuff is in here. I will throw this later on in my garden and use it as compost. Now, to this juice, I add some lemon. Now, it's really up to you how you like it, you know, how much lemon you want to put in. A lot of diabetic people, they love sweets, unfortunately. So when they start with this juice, they feel it's not sweet enough. If that's a problem, it's good to add a little stevia. I just add now.
Liquid stevia?
This is liquid stevia. Just to make it a little palpable. Like if you do not have diabetes, of course, by any means, put the green apple in it or something like this, and it will taste better. So let's see. I made better, you know what? I spontaneously decided to put in arugula. The arugula is a little dominating. It tastes a whole lot better not with arugula. So don't do a copy this. Put in maybe a little pieces of parsley or just what you find. It tastes better. Michael, can I give you this? But you still can try, but you will get the arugula flavor. I'll give you the whole thing. Okay, because my time is running out. Okay, recipe number 3, the anti-cancer soup. This is a soup I learned about at the Gerson Clinic. They give, it doesn't mean the soup is going to heal your cancer, but it can be part of a nice regimen. At the Gerson Clinic, they give this soup to every patient before every meal. So they get 3 times a day, they get a cup of this soup.
Where is that, Anna? Gerson, did you say?
It's Santiago on the borderline there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I make sure the vegetables are really organic and clean. The way I do this, I put all the whatever I'm using here into water and add to the water some peroxide. Also, if for whatever reason you can't get the organic, even more so, you want to add a little peroxide to your water.
Why do you add the peroxide to the water?
Just to optimally clean the vegetables. Good question. Very good question. Very good. I personally use food grade hydroperoxide, which is 33%, so I use very minimal. But if it's in a bottle, which is from Walgreens or something, this is normally 3%. So just put a good hoop in it. I don't measure. Just some peroxide.
Basically, it kills bacteria and parasites and so on.
And it helps with pesticides too. And I do know that, like in this Gerson cancer clinic, they're very meticulous with those kind of things, which makes sense. Okay, so now for the soup, I personally use this pot. And the reason why I use this pot is because I can regulate the temperature and the time. It's an expensive pot. If you're interested in knowing where to get it, you can ask me later on. It's from the Salad Master. It has titanium in it, not just stainless steel. And because I eat mostly raw, but I also make soups or water steamed vegetable, I really love this pot. I just can live from around this pot pretty much. So to me, it was worthwhile the investment. Now, if you do not have a pot like this, just make sure whatever you cook on the lowest possible temperature. The soup should be cooked, if possible, really under the boiling point, 200 degrees, 10, whatever, in that range for about an hour. So you kill as little nutrients as possible. Now, my number one ingredient in the soup is yeah, good. It's a celery root. What do I how much time I have? Okay, to save a little time, I'm not going to chop it apart. You just cut this in pieces, right? Use the whole root. Treat it like a Chinese herb, kind of. Use everything if you can. You can scrape out some dirt and stuff, but otherwise use everything. Then it has a lot of natural sodium in it. That's why the soup is considered a kidney flush and helps in removing toxins. And those are some of the healing key ingredients, the celery root and the leek. So leeks, the easiest way to go about leek is if you cut it this way, because then you can really see inside if it's clean. Leek often inside is dirty, you know, but this way you can see. So you cut this apart, put it in, some onions. The recipe you get on the website. Some potatoes with the skin, organic, of course. You never buy not organic potatoes. That's one of those things you don't want to do. And some tomatoes and garlic. Oh, here I have some garlic. And the water, and you just cook this for about an hour until it's nice and soft. Then you can put it also in your blender, so you get this really nice creamy soup. The wonderful thing about this is you do not need to add any salt, because celery root has so much sodium, it will give you what you need. If you still want to put a little bit spices in this, I recommend a little bit of red pepper and turmeric, which are both great and anti-inflammatory. Try it out. It's a good soup.
What about pepper?
Red pepper.
Black pepper.
Red, as far as I know, red is better than black. I use usually red. I don't know why. You know why red versus black?
More vitamin C.
But you know, whatever spices you put in, it's really up to you what you like. I just want to give you the basic of the soup. And next time you make a vegetable soup, remember, oh, I tried the celery root, I tried this leeks. That's why I'm standing here and show you those things, to give you a little bit of an inspiration to try this out.
I'm wondering if it would be possible to substitute like a sweet potato.
You can do anything. Of course, sweet potatoes are great instead of regular potatoes. The recipe I'm giving you here is called the Hippocrates soup, and is close to what the Gerson Clinic gives their cancer people. Okay, just one very last thing. Where is the card? Yeah. Yeah, would be great. I just want to give you one last encouragement. As you can see here on the card, on the plate, there is no food. But they're all edible flowers. Passion flower, geranium, marigold, roses, but mostly also garlic flower. At least, basically all the herbs anyway and spices that eat their flowers also. Flowers is a really nice thing to eat. They have so many great nutrients and people just don't realize how fantastic they are. Plus they make a food plate smile. So eat your flowers. That's my last recommendation here. Thank you.
I've got my notes on